We're going to play a board game showdown with a tic-tac-toe board game from 1977. We're going to play it. We're going to start with player A. A gets the X. The B gets the O. We got categories. We're going to do the A. We got books. We got Olympics. We got baseball. We got humor. We got Bible stories. We got nicknames. We got fairy tales. We got soap operas. We got composers.
Those are off limits to every one of us. Well, at the same time, they're
including
illegal immigrants into We the People. It is an odd decision.
Yeah, no, it's a very odd decision. Holly, real quick, I got about 30 seconds left. How do people get involved in this
I want to do baseball.
Yours and my state.
Who was known as Leo the Dip?
CDL.us. All right. And call your legislators over there. I mean,
Mr. October, no, it's me. Nobody got it.
Both
Let's do the next
all congressman, governor, supermajority in both the House and state
For
Senate.
most of his baseball career, Richie Aspirin played for Philadelphia Phillies. That's correct. So until the X gets a square, there's an X up there.
When we come back, I'm going to show you how much your voice matters.
Now, that was the correct answer, so it wasn't $100 less, $200. If you win the game, you get to win the pot. I think I'm going to go with soap operas. On what soap opera would you find Joe Alley? One Life to Live, that's correct. The more you get right, the more you keep playing on. Now the pot's up to 300.
He's right. Deficit spending can cause inflation, which eats away at your savings, even if
I'm going to go with books.
Is there a solution?
In what book would you find War with a Pig?
Gold stands in the way of this insidious
Charlotte's Web, that is correct.
You see,
I think I will go with something else. I will base. We did baseball. I think I will go with Olympics. In what event would you find a foil X or a saber?
This is our gift to you. There's no obligation and nothing to
football, no fencing, so nobody got it. So now we got to read the next one.
So text Newsmax to 989898 right now.
Name one type of diving board.
I take quinol turmeric because it helps with healthy joints and inflammation.
Swimming pool board. No, it's plant food and springboard. So nobody got it, so now we got to go to the circle team for this question. Number 2, we got holidays, we got women, we got partners, we got toys, we got famous sayings, we got military leaders, we got whiz kids, we got rock and minwos. Then we got kings, queens, and rulers. I think I go with women. Who was the first woman to pilot a plane solo across the Pacific? Amelia Earhart, that's correct. So circle gets the square.
Helping families with mesothelioma.
I will go with number.
Thousands with mesothelioma have trusted us to represent them against those responsible.
We got the 6, 5, 7, 4, and 9. I think I'll go with kings and queens and rulers. What European emperor did Bismarck rule?
I tell you, I love our walks and jumping up to play. We do everything together, huh, Mom? I guess what I really
Germany,
want to say
that's correct.
Thanks.
So circle gets the square.
All these years, so I can stay right by your side.
Keep them moving with Cosequin Joint Health Supplements, the #1 that recommended retail brand.
Oh, I also tell you some stuff about the cat.
At Pure Talk, free means exactly.
So the pot is up to $600 now.
Free. So when you join us, you'll get a free Samsung 5G smartphone. That's just the way we
I'm
do
going to go with toys. What is the name of Barbie doll's boyfriend? Ken, that's correct. So circle gets the square. So now we got to add another 100 to the pot.
So join your fellow
700.
and call us right now to get your free phone. This is your call. It's time to answer.
All right, we got 7, 5, 6. I go with number 6. No, right here. Who was called the Desert Fox?
Whoa, isn't that a
camel. No, it's rumble. So now we're the next one. Name the war in which General Robert E. Lee fought. Civil War. That is correct. So circle gets a square.
Mom, steamer, and tornado chaser.
Now we'll put another thing up there. I think I'll go with number 5, famous sayings for the win. Name the president who was known to say a chicken in every pot. Hoover, that's correct. Circle gets a square, and we're going to add another, and you won $900 because you won the game. You won $900.
Time and time again, we saw this Bud Light causing Anheuser-Busch to lose as much as $1 billion.
$900 is your money.
NFL players started kneeling.
Circle King, you did a good job. So now we're going to let you play the bonus game.
Has been losing memberships at the rate of a fire hose, and Target's Pride line and the flip-tuck weird bathing suits, that cost them billions of dollars. These woke liberal policies are not embraced by over, I'd say, 50% of the country. But here's what I'm asking you guys. Vote with your dollars. This is the thing that people learn. You have to be willing to inconvenience yourselves to take down these social tyrants. Check the tag on your shirt to see if it's made in America. You can't always do it, but try to. Maybe if you can afford it, pay a few extra cents to avoid purchasing the Tyson food after they fired Americans and they hired a bunch of illegals because it's cheaper. And I know money is tight for everyone, but we need to send the message. If it could save this fabric of the nation, it's worth a few extra cents every time you go buy something.
Now we're going to play.
Stop letting companies impose these
whatever money you collect, you gotta collect $1,000 or better. You'll win a trip around the world. You win some luggage packages, and
that has absolutely no experience in the real world.
You'll win
Your
some
temporary inconvenience
a
is the
boat. You'll
long-term
win a
salvation
canoe
of
boat,
sanity.
some luggage carry-ons, and you'll win a trip around the world. So if you get the dragon, you lose everything that you've collected. I'm going to start with the middle number 5. $200.
Are always a liberal boycott something. You have Goya Foods, they get more business.
$200.
Serve this boycott stuff, and
I'll go with number 1. $350, so that's $550. Now I'll go with number 3.
Our vote with our dollars.
That is $700. I will go with number 7. You got the dragon. You lost everything. You're going to get the trip around the world.
As breaking news, the state of Texas just beat the Biden administration, at least for now. Texas had enacted a new law giving its local law enforcement the right to deport anyone entering the country illegally. But the Biden administration fought this new law, saying in short that only the federal government makes these decisions. Texas and the Biden administration are in court fighting this out, but in the meantime, the Supreme Court said Texas may enforce.
Now we're going to play another game.
The Texas law.
And we'll put the pot back to $100. Then we're going to put the pot back to $100. You win the game, you win the pot. Categories we got for player A, which are A, fairy tales, composers, food, movies, astrology, potpourri, explorers, CB language, and next we got music. Then for player B, we got Civil War, we got American history, we got colors, we got U.S. history, we got Broadway plays, we got inventors, TV cops, we got games, we got big bands. Player B, you go first because you won. I think colors are either one colors. What color is associated with a 25th wedding anniversary? Silver, because I know the silver dish, Wheel of Fortune, silver dish, Ducks with Fortune. You guys, so circle gets the square.
We're less than 1 hour away from the first polls
So,
at 7 p.m.
now
Eastern.
what else do you want to go with? Now we add another $100. It's $200. I go with Civil War. Who was General of the Confederacy? Robert E. Lee, because we have his birthday on January 19th, but it's not a federal holiday, so I know that one, so circle gets the square.
Arizona primary close. An hour later, 10 p.m. Eastern, the last
I
polls
think
in
I will
Arizona
go with...
close. And finally, at 11 p.m. Eastern, polls in the California special election are set to close.
Now we got pots for $300. I think I will go with the next one. I'll go with American history. In what state would you find Mount Rushmore?
may seem like Biden has already had a busy day, but the president is not yet finished.
Michigan,
Biden
no,
is right now on his way to Air Force
it is
One.
South Dakota.
Wheels up to Phoenix, Arizona, any minute.
Now let's read the next
He will
thing
host
for
his
you.
third campaign event
Who
of the
was
day.
known
That
as
event
the
is
Wizard
expected to
of
begin around 7:30
Mountain
p.m.
Park?
Eastern. Well, let's get back to the primaries.
No,
right
it's
now. Now, I know President Joe Biden has already secured the Democratic Party
it was
nomination.
Thomas
for President
Edison.
Donald
Now
Trump has already
nobody
secured
got
the
this, so now
Republican Party
we gotta
nomination.
go over to the next
But the
team.
focus tonight
I
is
want
on
you
the
to have the
ballot
second one.
races. And I do not want to
Who
get
wrote
too
the
into
soap
these, but I do
opera
want to highlight
Porgy
a few primaries.
and Bess?
Let's start with the Ohio Senate Republican
Hey,
primary.
time's up. It's
Former
George
President Donald
Griswold.
Trump is back
Let's
in
do the
business
next
with
one.
Bernie
What
Moreno.
is the
That's in
composer
contrast to
is
Ohio
known for the
Republican
marriage
Governor
of
Mike DeWine and Ohio
Fanga?
Republican Senator Robert Corbin.
Time's up.
They're
Now
both throwing their
nobody
support
got
behind
that
Ohio
one.
State
So
Senator Matt
now we'll go to the
Ohio
next
Secretary of
one.
State Frank LaRousse is also
I
in
will
the
go
running.
with big
Now,
bands.
whoever wins the Ohio
What
Senate
band
primary
do
will
we
face off
associate
in
the
November
Royal
against Democrat Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown.
Cardinals?
Brown has held that Ohio Senate
Guy
seat since
Lamar,
January
that's correct.
2007.
So circle
All right, let's
gets
move
the
on to
square.
California. Today is the race to fill former House Speaker and former California Congressman Kevin McCarthy's House seat. Whoever wins this election today will fill McCarthy's seat in California's 20th Congressional District only until McCarthy's term ends, which is this January. So who's in the running? Well, the two front runners are State Assembly member Vince Vaughn. Vaughn was a one-time aide to McCarthy and is backed by both former President Donald Trump and former Speaker McCarthy.
Now I
The
will
other
go
front
with
runner
games.
is
Finish the
2020 Sheriff
game
Mike
musical.
Boudreaux. As you can
Chairs.
see, there are a
That
total of
circle
9
gets the
candidates
square.
in special elections on your screen. But these two men who I just mentioned, Vaughn and Boudreaux,
Now
have
let's
also
read another
already
question.
secured their spots in the
I think
November
I'll go with
general
Broadway
election to run
plays.
for the full term. Now, before I get into a few
In
more
what show
primaries-
do we hear the song Summer Nights? Grease. Circle gets
that's
that.
my
You
favorite.
won.
That's right. We have a rumor alert. And it's about former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Rumor has it McCarthy's on Trump's short list for Chief of Staff at the White House should Trump win back the White House.
You
in
win the
November.
game, so you win the $600 that's in
Illinois'
that pot.
Congressional District, incumbent Illinois
Now you're gonna go for the
Mike
bonus
Pence,
game
by
again.
Former President Donald Trump is facing a challenge from former Illinois gubernatorial candidate Darren Bailey. Bailey's endorsed by Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. And the big Democratic primary to watch tonight in Illinois is the 7th Congressional District. In that race, 82-year-old incumbent Illinois Congressman Danny Davis, who's held that seat for nearly 30 years, is facing 4 challengers. But the front runner among them is activist
Now we're going to
Keith
play
Collins.
that bonus
Collins
game.
came within 6 points of unseating Davis 2 years ago and is back for round 2. Yes, there's a lot of political news tonight, but I do want to talk in greater depth about tonight's primary just in Arizona. Newsmax correspondent John Glasgow is on the ground in Phoenix, Arizona with the latest. John?
Yeah, Greta, it's raining here in Phoenix, Arizona.
I'll go with number 2.
At the polls, we dropped by one
If
of
you
them
get
here
this
this
win again, you can
afternoon,
win the trip
and
around the
some of
world.
voters there.
$200.
We
Got
do
win
know
$200.
there's 4
$200.
hours
I'll go with
polls
number
close,
8.
and the votes will start to come in, and both President Biden as well as former President Trump.
$700. I'll go with number 5. Dragon, you didn't win anything, you didn't win the trip around the world.
By more than 45,000 votes in 2020, so they are both looking at this as a very important state going into the general election. So President Biden is expected to land here in Arizona tonight. He was in Nevada, as you mentioned earlier.
We're going to
He
play
made 2
another
stops
game
there,
here.
one in Reno and one in Las Vegas. Biden is trying to appeal to the Latino voters on his visit, and that's because Democrats have relied on Latino voters in states.
Now
like
we got
Nevada
categories
and
just for this
Arizona,
time. We got for
and they
the
could play an important
for
role in the
player A.
presidential
We got
election.
human
According to the New
body,
York Times,
astronomy, we
look at
got
this headline
countries
here.
of the
Latinos
world, we
make
got
up
food, we
over
got
1/4
airplane,
of actual voters in
commercials,
Arizona
we
and
got
Nevada
rivers
states.
and
Those
water,
are
we
states
got
that Biden won in
meteorology, and we got
2020, but Trump has
movies.
found support
And for
among
player B, we got
members of
military
Latino
leaders, we got
electorate,
women,
including
whiz
evangelicals,
kids, we got
as well as the
Africa,
ones that are
antiques, we
focused
got
on
numbers,
the
we got
border
partners, we got
security.
sports, we got
Trump's winning
geography.
40%
Player
of
B,
Latino voters,
you go first, which
among
is the
Latino
circle team.
Republicans in 2
I think I'll
decades.
go
And I
with
spoke with some
antiques.
voters here in
Name
the
a
state
clock
today. They said
like
that
the
border
grandfather
is one of the
clock,
most
though
important
not
ballot issues for
as
them.
tall.
Biden had this to say at a campaign office.
Grandmother clock, that's correct. So circle gets up there.
It's on down to, as we used to say, my football.
I
coach,
think I will
block-
go with
block and tackling.
Africa. In what African country is Cape Town located? South Africa, that's correct. I will think I will go with
and we're going to continue to do so.
women. What is the most popular
We're also watching
liberated
the race for
women's
Secretary Lady
magazine?
running
McCall. No,
ready for
it's
that. She's
Miss
cast a ballot
Magazine.
here
So
in Arizona. She put this
now we'll
on
try a different
X,
one.
and makes no mistake who she voted for. She says, "I proudly cast my vote for President Donald J. Trump in the Arizona presidential preference election." Trump is expected to pick up the win on the Republican primary. As
What woman was the founder of the American Red Cross?
Delegates to be the GOP
United States. No, it's Clara Boston. So now we gotta go over to the
whether there'll be another
18, which is the X team.
in wake of President Biden's handling of the Israel's
After
Hamas
what
war.
God is Mars' name? God of War. That is correct.
Vote for Marianne Williamson instead of Biden.
I will go with number
against his actions. So
3, countries of the world. What country borders the United States on the south? Mexico. That is correct. And I'll go with number 1.
Vice President shortlist. According to Bloomberg,
Human body. What substance is hair mostly composed of?
Instead, according to the Politico rumor mill, Trump is considering Ramaswamy for a cabinet position.
Protein. That is correct. So you get to go for the bonus game because you won.
Why Homeland Security Secretary for him? Well, according to Bloomberg, some Trump allies
You won
believe
$600
Ramaswamy is the
this time.
ideal for the job because he's a good public speaker.
Now you're going to go for the
And
bonus
on top of
game.
that, Ramaswamy is an Indian-American son of an immigrant. That fact alone could help neutralize criticism of immigration restrictions. But Trump is not the only 2024 hopeful who's keeping us guessing on his potential running mate selection. Yesterday, former Democrat, now independent 2024 hopeful Robert F. Kennedy Jr. took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to say this.
You've probably heard by now that I'm about to announce my running mate, the person who will serve as my vice president. Those press reports got some of the details wrong, but
You're going to get $1,000 and better win a trip around the world because that's what we're giving away.
That day, an
I gotta go with my number 2. I like that. It's $500. I go with number 7. It is $650. I go with number 9. And $150. You won the trip around the world. You're gonna quit right there.
Now, if you watch this news show, you know that yesterday I reported that according to the media gossip site,
You won the bonus game. You won the trip around the world.
And besides being a lawyer, Shanahan is divorced from Google co-founder Sergey Brin. So is the TV gossip site right? Well, will Kennedy tap Shanahan to be his running mate? Well, according to what Kennedy just said, it looks like we're just going to have to wait until March 26th to find that one out. And lastly, today, former President Donald Trump took a break from blasting his political rival, President Biden, and took aim at the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry. Trump was asked if he would deport the Prince to the United States if it's true that the Prince lied on his visa application. Now, this is if and only if Trump wins the presidency in November, but this question comes after Prince
Now
Harry
we're going to read the questions
to take illegal drugs.
for player A. We got human body, baseball, Olympics, humor, fairy tales, comic strips, explorers, words, rivers and water. Rivers and waters. And B, which is circle, we got yummy foods, theater, famous sayings, we got military news, we got sports, we got Africa, we got our 50 states, we got numbers, we got geography. Player X thing, 18 goes first because you won the last thing. I think I will go with baseball. What baseball team plays the
I'm watching tonight is the one
Astrodome? Houston Astros, that's correct.
Candidate is for the Senate
So X
because you've
gets
got the
that.
Trump candidate versus the non-Trump candidate, but that candidate
I will go with fairy tales. Mermaid's mate was Robin Hood. That is correct. I will go with number. Go with humor. Name one of the mates. This comedian, Bud Abbott, and the break.
Into boosting Bernie Moreno because they think
Lou Gehrig, no, it's Lou Costello. No, I'm trying another one. Who is known for saying, smile, you're on candid camera? Dorothy. No, it is Alan Rick. Now we'll do that for the next one. Military leaders. Name the country that Santa Anna fought for. Mexico. That's correct. I'll go with number 9, which is geography. What two states is the Mason Mason-Dixon line, a boundary between Maryland and Pennsylvania. That's correct. So X goes there.
With the Republican primary, they're trying to
Circle goes there.
three-dimensional chess and trying to pick the opponent that you want to run against.
Okay, so that's the race I'm watching. Are there any polls or any indication? I mean, the polls are, I mean, the official voting polls are closing soon, but it is
Pat's up to
Dolan,
$500
the
now.
conventional or the governor's candidate and the senator's candidate.
I'll go with Yummy Foods.
Dolan has surged
Author
in recent polls.
Treacher
and that's
is
why
associated with
Trump
what
was supposed to go to a different
foods?
state. I think
Fish
in
and
Arizona,
chips, that's
but
correct. So you won the
Tripoli,
game
we
and
tend
you
to
won
go to
$600. You
because
won the
we
pot.
want
So you get $600 again.
made some controversial remarks.
Now
when I was there, but,
you're gonna play the bonus
in all
game
seriousness, he viewed this as, hey, this is my guy. He supported Moreno for a while, and what's interesting also is that
Play the bonus game
Moreno,
again.
he's the father-in-law of Congressman Max Miller, who used to work for Biden, for Trump as his personal aide. And so it's this kind of test of whether Trump has sway in a pretty red state.
Yeah, you mentioned that they use the term bloodbath, and I know that a lot of people are all whooped up about it. Every time, like when Schumer said, we're coming for you, Kavanaugh.
I'll go with
not so
number
much
2.
But the thing is that
This time,
he said
you
one of the
will win
most
an automobile. You win a
was at MSNBC,
2024 Toyota Corolla if you get $1,000 or better.
Former President Trump on Twitter. Yet it's crickets. Nobody. It's
One-
okay
I'm
when
going
someone in
number
our
1.
club does it. The journalism club. And we
$500
can
at
say,
6. I think I'm going number
things
3.
like, what? Who said what?
Remember it was Kathy Griffin who had the...
$10.50. You won $10.50. You won the Corolla. I'll stay right there.
Excerpt for that.
Yeah, there's a lot.
You won there, so this is our. We played a great game.
Former MSNBC, and nobody's saying boo.
Game.
Well, Keith Olbermann,
And the game is
on a
over.
TV show for
Now
a
we
long
play a
time.
great game. We'll see what the X team has. How much they
But
won.
the point is that the journalists sort of circle the wagons. I mean, they're all scandalized by what Trump says, but then they circle the wagons, even if it's somebody who's an old person from the club.
What's funny is that everyone benefits from this. The liberal journalists and TV networks, they get segments that they can hit Trump on. Trump raises money on the liberal media is attacking me. I was looking at my email. There's bloodbath in the subject line from Trump.
So basically, we're all crazy.
Yeah, and so I did watch the video. He did talk about the auto industry right before, and he has talked about immigrants poisoning the blood of America. So he seems to like the word blood, and so
Basically, we all need to
take a chill pill and like read a book one day.
Indeed, a book. What's that? Daniel Lippman. Thank you very much. Nice to see you. Still ahead, House Foreign Affairs Committee Chairman Michael McCall joins us, pulling back the curtain on what really happened on our catastrophic evacuation from Afghanistan when the record continues.
Federal agencies urge every family to have an
So
emergency
150,
radio.
you won the circle
During any
team.
disaster, electrical power may get cut. The emergency radio gives you the vital information you need. Newsmax.
X team 160-50. So the circle team wins our game. So it's time to show the box you again. This is the tic-tac-toe board game from 1977. So it's time to close our camera.